We're in the third over of the innings. Saksham Rawat running in for the SY Cricket Academy, SD Cricket Growth, batting first after being put into bat after losing the toss. Dhruv Thakkar and Jash Ganiga at the crease for the batting side. Outside off, it's been edged down to the boundary. There is a fielder down at third man, so just a single conceded. But yet again we've seen this, that the ball has been pitched up, it has taken the edge and it has not carried to the man at slip. Good start by the batting side as well as the bowling side. Good cricket all round thus far. There have been a couple of edges. Again, ball on the pads. It's been flicked through mid-wicket for yet another single. So, the ST Cricket Growth Academy have been rotating strike. At the end of the third over, the SD Cricket Growth Academy have scored 23 runs for the loss of no wickets. Steady start by the batsman. It's been a solid start by both the teams, although the bowling side would have wanted to pick up a wicket by now. The new ball counts. The new ball is very crucial, especially in the T20 format. They haven't been able to pick up an early wicket thus far. Generally, what we've seen in the Cricket Premier League thus far is the first match in the morning. The pitch is generally very good for batting. The objective of the SD Cricket Growth Academy batsmen will be to leverage these conditions for runs. Abhay Patel left arm off spinner into the attack as early as the fourth over. We are still in the power play, crucial phase of the match for the batting side. The bowling side will look to concede as less runs as possible and get as many wickets as they can get their hands on. Driven through the covers, misfield by the cover fielder. There is protection in the deep. Just a couple conceded. Beautiful flowing drive. Ball pitched up outside off on a length. It's been driven through covers for 2 runs. Short ball outside off that's been played to the third man fielder. Well, delicately played, I might add. Left arm off spinners are an asset to any team that they play in. Cut away. There is protection in the deep, so this should not be a boundary. It has been cut off and just a single conceded. A short ball outside of. Good field placement by the captain. There was a deep point in place just to cover the drives and the cut shot, and the fielder was able to restrict the batsman for just a single where it could have easily been a boundary. in the fifth over of the innings, the last over before the completion of the power play. Dhruv Shetty bowling from the pavilion end. The SD Cricket Growth Academy are yet to lose a wicket in the power play. Outside off, left alone by the batsman because it was a wide, slight misfield by the keeper, but no harm done. Three balls to go in the fifth over. SD Cricket Growth Academy, very solid start. No wickets lost in the power play phase of the game, which is very crucial when you're playing a T20 match. Bowling side will be slightly disappointed that they've not been able to take advantage of the new ball conditions. Another delivery outside off, left alone by the batsman. Very crucial to see the fact that the batsman is not driving off a very good length. Unless the ball is over pitched or in his arc, the batsmen have generally left it alone. Driven through the covers for a boundary. Check, check, check. Very good drive through the covers. Very important boundary for the SD Cricket Growth Academy. They're just building on the start that they've gotten. No wickets lost in the power play. Very crucial. This will be very important for them when they are in the last phase of the match. Wickets in hand towards the end of the innings will give them a big boost to score heavily. Short ball swayed away by the batsman. At the end of 5 overs, the score is 37 for no loss, going at a run rate of more than 7 runs per over. Good effort this by the SD Cricket Growth Academy batsman. Put into bat first after losing the toss. start of the last over of the power play. But down to fine leg, there's no fielder on the boundary to save it. A very in the sixth over of the game, last over of the power play, the batting side would want to make the most of this over to score as many as they can. Field restrictions will be lifted after the end of this over, and there will be more fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle, which will restrict the batsman to a certain extent. Good delivery outside off, just tucked away down to point for a quick single. This is very intelligent batting by the batting side. The SD Cricket Growth Academy have realized the fact that just boundaries are not required. What the need of the hour is quick singles and twos to keep the scoreboard ticking. Pushed back to the bowler. Slight hesitation by the striker, but very good call. Sent back. The last thing they need right now is a run out. They have had a very good start to this match. They haven't lost any wickets in the opening phase of this game. Just have to see out the power play overs. Non-striker seemed eager for the single, but the striker sent him back. Another very good call by the batsman. Good understanding between the two batsmen at the crease. It is very important for the SD Cricket Growth Academy to keep in mind that they need to keep wickets in hand when we enter the last 5 overs of the game. Especially when you have been put into bat after losing the toss. It is a very strong showing by the batting side thus far. End of 6 overs, the score is 43 for no loss. Run rate of above 7 runs per over. A very solid start by the batting side. Fielding side will be slightly disappointed that they have not been able to pick up a wicket in the opening 6 overs. With the close-in fielders and the new ball conditions, they would have ideally wanted a couple of wickets to get their ball rolling in this match. But now they'll now look to make a comeback after this opening phase. But in the 7th over of the innings, match number very good delivery by the left arm offie. Left armers are generally very tough to read because of their quick arm action. We've seen with the likes of Ravindra Jadeja in international cricket, because of his quick arm action, it's very tough to read where the ball is going to land. Short delivery, very slow in pace, not giving any pace to the batsman to work with. Short delivery outside off, and instead of going for cut or the pull, just because there is no pace on the ball, the batsman had to punch it down the ground rather than look for a boundary square of the wicket. Oh, beautiful delivery. Appeal for a stumping, but the umpire does not seem interested. Loopy delivery outside of driving the batsman into the drive. Misses the bat altogether, and a moral victory for the bowler, if you will. There was a big appeal by the wicketkeeper for a stumping, but the umpire does not seem interested. Driven through the offside, only a single conceded. Naturally, after the end of the power play overs, once the field is spread out, the boundaries will slowly start to dry up. It is important for the batting side to keep the scoreboard moving along, pick up these singles that they have been doing so far in their innings. Short delivery, punched down the ground. Long on cuts it off. We look at the field placement. There's a deep square leg in position, and there is a deep fine leg in position, apart from the long on and long offs. So a very conventional field set by the batting side, by the fielding side. 47 for the loss of no wickets at the end of 7 overs. Can't keep saying this enough that they've had a very good start in these opening overs of the match. Very crucial not to have lost the wicket, and they have all 10 wickets intact heading into the later stages of the game. Jash Ganega and Dhruv Thakkar, a very good opening partnership thus far. They still have a few overs in hand before they decide to go for the kill. But now that they have had no wickets lost in the opening 7 overs, one of these batsmen can potentially put their foot on the gas and look to up the scoring rate, find a few boundaries and propel his team to a better total. Short ball in the gap for a single, tucked away down to the square leg. Fielder fine leg cuts it off. Nudged away by the batsman, straight to the short third man fielder. No run conceded. Now it is that phase of the game as well where the spinners have come into the attack. They will want to get a stranglehold of this game and choke the batsman into making a mistake. But these deliveries and this sloppiness is not going to make it. A paddle sweep down to the fine leg fence. There was an attempt, but ball missed everything. It missed the batsman, missed the keeper, and it was signaled wide by the umpire. So just rubbing salt into the wounds of the bowler. Driven through the covers, there is protection for the fielder down at the boundaries. Just a single conceded. We're in the eighth over of the game. On the hips, it's been turned away down to the fine leg fielder. Another single. So this is the good thing for the batting side. Even if they're not getting boundaries in these overs, especially after the power play, they've kept the scoreboard ticking. They're getting singles of almost each delivery, and that should be the plan going forward. The odd boundary will come. There will be an odd bat ball that the bowler will bowl. So right now the objective should be just to get these singles on the board. Oh, slow short delivery. The batsman thought of rocking back on the back foot and pulling it through mid wicket. There was a short mid wicket in place, and the ball looped up in the air slightly, but it just fell short of the short mid wicket fielder. No harm done. Batsmen need to be careful of the pace of the wicket. Well defended. Quick single pinch. This is very good cricket. Very good cricket all round. It was a good ball outside the off stump on a good length, turning into the batsman. Batsman wasn't sure whether to drive or nudge at it, decided to defend it on the front foot, saw that there were no fielders closing in on the offside and quickly pinched a single. Very intelligent batting this. Short delivery on the pads, driven through to short mid wicket. At the end of 8 overs, the SD Cricket Growth Academy are 56 runs for the loss of 0 wickets. 7 is the run rate of the side. The projected score at the moment is 140. Well, if they have all these wickets in hand, they would want to get way more than 140. That should be the aim of the team. Starting the 9th over now, the spinners have well and truly come into the game, but now the captain is looking at who is the bowler that will get him a breakthrough. The need of the hour right now is to get a wicket. Because the SD Cricket Growth Academy have just taken the match by the scruff of its neck and again pulled away down to the square leg fence for a boundary. It was a short ball on the stumps and the batsman swivels and puts it away down to the square leg fence. Again, batsman tries to cut this ball. It was short delivery, but it was on the stumps, not a lot of room given to the batsman. Tries to cut it, but misses it altogether. No harm done. Just a dot ball. On the shoulder, slight appeal by the keeper. An interesting one at that. The batsman had gone down on one knee to sweep the ball. The ball was not full enough. It was slightly short of the length, which catches the batsman on the shoulder. Good delivery outside of, nudged away by the batsman straight to the short third man fielder. Slowly the spinners are trying to choke these batsmen into making a mistake, but nothing doing so far. Oh, another appeal by the keeper for a stumping. Flighted delivery outside of, enticing the batsman to come forward. Batsman plays around it. The keeper gathers the ball and breaks the stumps. Asks a question to the umpire, but the umpire is not interested. Short delivery outside off, cut away down to the cover fielder on the fence. At the end of 9 overs, the SD Cricket Growth Academy have scored 61 runs. They still haven't lost a wicket. I keep repeating the fact that they have kept all very crucial for them when they decide to go for the kill with the bat. Asked to bat first by the fielding side, a very good display in the opening 9 overs of the first innings by the SD Cricket Growth Academy. Captain of the SY Cricket Academy, Hussain Sheikh, has come into the attack. He's into the second over of his innings. Full delivery, it was outside of the batsman, tried to go for the sweep. The line of the ball wasn't right for that particular shot. Misses it altogether, the keeper gathers it, no harm done. After the opening burst, the bowlers have now slowly started coming into the game. They've stopped the flow of boundaries. They're trying to force the batsman into a mistake to pick up a wicket. Again, the batsman tries the same shot that he did the previous ball. Again, the same result. Misses the ball altogether. The line isn't right for the sweep shot. The ball is pitching outside of, and he's trying to play it down to the fine leg fence, but he's missing the ball right now. Another dot ball. So the pressure is building on the batsman. It's played out a few dot balls in a row. Another dot ball. A very good over by the captain, Hussain Sheikh. Just a single considers the over so far. And just as I was saying that there's only been a single conceded of the over, the bowler pitches a ball outside of a full delivery, half volley at that, and the batsman punches it through the covers for a boundary. All the pressure that the bowler had built up in that over following those 4 dot balls were just released because of that poor delivery, poor finish to the over. At the end of 10 overs, the SD Cricket Growth Academy have scored 66 runs. Slightly slowed down in the run rate area, but they still have all their wickets intact. Good delivery outside off. Batsman defends it. Thinks about a quick single. Decides against it. Oh, very good ball by Vanch. Left arm spinners. The best kind of bowlers in the game, I feel. Very hard to read. Very accurate. Dances down the wicket, but misses the ball altogether. So, the last couple of overs, especially seen this, the spinners have really caught the game by the scruff of its neck. They might have not picked up a wicket yet, but they're just edging away with dot ball after dot ball. Short ball outside of, cut away down to the deep point fielder. Just single conceded. But yeah, spinners are coming into this game. They stopped the inflow of runs. The run rate has now dropped below 7 runs per over. Nudged away down. fielder for another single. Dhruv and Josh. It will be interesting to see when these two batsmen decide to put their foot on the pedal and say that, okay, boss, we have 10 wickets in hand. We need to go for it now. And just as I was saying, the ball has been lifted down to the mid-wicket fence for a six, the first maximum of this match. Dhruv Thakkar, it was a full toss on the stumps and he slog sweeps it over the mid-wicket fence for his first six of the game. The first six scored for SD Cricket Growth Academy in the match by either batsman. And just again, the bowler is not finishing off the over in the right manner. He's building up pressure throughout the over, but on the last ball conceding a boundary. Just criminal. Punched off the back foot down to the long on fence. Another single conceded. In the 12th over of the game, Hussain Sheikh, another full toss driven through the covers. There is protection down on the boundary and the fielder does well to restrict the batsman just to a single. That should have been a couple of runs. The batsman, there was some confusion between the two batsmen, could not go for the second run. Oh, again, tries to go for the sweep. The ball misses everything. Leg by single by the umpire. Again, the batsman trying to sweep a ball from outside the off stump. Misses it altogether, catches the ball on his shoulder and gets single. Punched off the back foot straight to the covers fielder. Full delivery. Tries to dig it out. Edges it down to the third man fence and it has been cut off for a couple of runs. Slowly now the runs are starting to come. After that phase, that mid phase of the innings, after the power play concluded, the bowling side tried coming back into this game. Tried stopping the inflow of runs, tried picking up a few wickets, but weren't largely successful. Now the batting side are back into it, milking the bowlers for singles and doubles just to keep the scoreboard ticking. Hussain Sheikh, captain of the SY Cricket Academy, into his third over. Edged down to the short third man fielder, quick single taken. At this phase of the game, you generally do not expect the fielding side to place a slip fielder, but that would have definitely carried to the first slip if there was one. The end of the 12th over, the SD Cricket Growth Academy have scored 82 runs for the loss of no wickets. 12 over completed, 8 overs to go. I'm sure the batsmen will now be thinking that it's time for them to go for it, to score as many runs as they can, because they have 10 wickets in the bank. There are batsmen in the shed who are itching to come out, but these two have just held the crease and haven't presented any opportunities to any of the bowlers that have come in. Single taken off the first delivery. Aryan Singh back into the attack for his second over of the game. He bowled his first over in the power play, conceded a couple of boundaries, but is back into the attack for a second spell. Started off well so far. Slight confusion between the batsmen. Non-striker wanted a single, but the striker sent him back. Good call, good understanding between these two. There have been little or no mix-ups in terms of running between the wickets. They've been sharp, they've picked up singles and doubles at every opportunity that they've got. Full delivery on the driven down the ground, cut off by the long off fielder. Fierce shot was on the way to the fence, but good fielding by the fielder at long off. Dances down the wicket, misses the ball altogether. So there's clear intent by the batsmen now. They've realized that there are not a lot of overs left, so they now need to get the advantage of the match. Short ball, cut away. There's protection in the deep. 13th over completed, 85 for no loss. 7 overs remaining in the first innings. The batting side's clear objective now will be to at least double the score that they are currently now on. 7 overs remaining, 10 wickets in hand. Surely that will be their aim. Both the batsmen are set. Jash Ganiga and Dhruv Thakkar. Dhruv batting on 43 of 41 deliveries and Jash batting on 31 of 37 deliveries. Hussain Sheikh is back into the attack for his last over of the spell. Again, full toss, straight to the fielder, and that's the first wicket. Finally, the SY Cricket Academy have picked up a wicket and the captain delivers. It wasn't the greatest of deliveries, but the low full tosses are the most difficult to hit in the game. On the stumps, the batsman tries to slog sweep it over the mid-wicket fielder's head, but does not time it properly and straight into the hands. The first wicket falls for the SD Cricket Growth Academy. Jash Ganiga is back into the pavilion. He did seem a little edgy towards the end of his innings. He faced a couple of dot balls. There was pressure building on him. His strike rate had fallen below 100, and there was this need to up the ante. Unfortunately, loses his wicket. So we're in the 15th over of the game. Aryan is back into the attack. Driven through straight to the covers. Good fielding, good effort by the fielder at short cover. Definitely saved a couple of runs for his side. Every run crucial now. We're into the last phase of the game. White conceded no extras. That should be their mantra right now. That should be their aim right now. They cannot be conceding extras there, as is chasing the game. No wickets have, just a single wicket picked up by the bowling side so far. That is what will be bothering them a little. Short ball on the pads, flicked away down to the fielder. Just a single taken. Batsman gauging the field, seeing where he can score off this delivery. We're in the last 6 overs of the game. Very important phase for both the sides. Short delivery, cut away, cut off by the cover fielder. Another single conceded. Boundaries have definitely dried up. They haven't been able to score those free flowing boundaries that they were at the start of the innings. On the pads, tucked away for another single. Good bowling this is by the SY Cricket Academy. The SY Cricket Academy bowlers have realized the fact that now that they're not picking up wickets, they need to keep things tight so that they do not concede truckloads of runs, which they will later have to chase. Good shot off the front foot. Almost a hike. Oh, mix up, mix up. Almost. Oh, given. Given by the umpire. On the first glance, it looked like the umpire was not interested, but just as he was returning to his mark, raises his finger. Second wicket to fall for the SD Cricket Growth Academy. The SY Cricket Academy have now picked up their second wicket of the game. New batsman on the crease. driven straight down the ground. Another single taken. So 2 wickets have fallen for the SD Cricket Growth Academy. The SY Cricket Academy are slowly clawing their way back into this innings. They've successfully managed to choke the batsman. They've been able to pick up 2 very quick wickets. Both the side batsmen, Jash and Dhruv, are back into the pavilion. 2 new batsmen on the crease. They're in the 16th over of the game. First innings. The SY Cricket Academy won the toss and elected to field first. Still have a job to do. On the pads, wrapped on the pads, the bowler thought of appealing but decided against it. Saw that the ball was going down leg and would have missed the stumps. Cut away through to the point fielder, another single taken. Shashwat Junjunwala and Aryan Patni are the batsmen on the crease. Sixteen overs of the game have now been completed. "97" for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 16 overs. 4 overs remaining. The batting side will now look to just hit everything that lands in their zone. Score as many as possible. The run rate has dropped down in the last few overs because of 2 quick wickets falling. Over of the match starting. Driven, punched straight to the long on fielder, only a single taken. There was a little bit shades of MS Dhoni in that strike. There was a whip off the backhand when he hit that ball in the air. It's very fascinating to see how these kids pick up on the habits and playing techniques of international cricketers. Again, the delivery on the stumps, leading edge down to the long off fielder, just a single conceded. Short ball nudged away between gully and third man. Driven Down to the long on fielder, another single. Just singles on offer right now. The bowling side will be very happy with just conceding singles of every delivery. What they want to stop right now is the flow of boundaries, which they managed to do in the last few overs, I might add. On the pads, flicked away down to the square leg fielder, another single taken. This is very disciplined bowling by the bowlers here. They're not conceding any extras, they're not giving away any freebies. Very clear thinking that if we're not able to get wickets, let's try and stop as many runs as possible. Despite having so many wickets in hand, the SD Cricket Academy have not managed to reach 100 thus far, and with that, a good shot down the ground. Both long on and long off were slightly wide, they were not central, so it went straight down the ground for a boundary. With that boundary, 100 is raised for the SD Cricket Academy, as at the end of 17 overs, the score is now 106 for the loss of 2 wickets. Wicket falls. Third wicket to fall for the SD Cricket Growth Academy. It was full delivery on the stumps. The batsman tries to cut it, misses the ball altogether. It was too close to the body, not enough room given by the bowler. Now, the SD Cricket Growth Academy did not lose any wickets in the opening phase of the game. They kept their wickets intact until the 13th over of the game, and now in the last phase of the game, where it was very crucial for them to not keep losing wickets at regular intervals, another dot ball. Now the batting side have just lost their way a bit. Bowling side have come back into the game, picked up few very important wickets. Reverse sweep, the first we're seeing of it in this tournament so far. A very well executed one at that. Ball was wide outside off stump. It was a premeditated shot by the batsman. Reverse sweeps it between the gully and the short third man fielder for a boundary. Much needed boundary for the batting side. Just gives some oxygen to their innings, which has been slowly and steadily in the last few overs losing steam. Big appeal by the bowler. The umpire does not seem interested. Full delivery outside of. Batsman tries to go down on one knee and sweep it down to fine leg, but misses the ball altogether. Hit on the pads. Big appeal, but nothing given. Again goes for the reverse sweep. This time to the other side of the short third man fielder. Very good batting this. The bowler saw that the batsman was setting himself up to play the reverse sweep shot, decided to drag back his length, but the batsman was smart enough to play it fine down to the third man fence for yet another boundary in this over. Oh, the batsman just Bowler playing with the batsman mind here, pulled out of his run up at the last second. Oh, lifted into the air just over the head of the bowler. This was chipped. Would have been a very soft dismissal, and this is very good running by the two batsmen. Also, not bogged down by the fact that there was an opportunity at the bowler's end. Saw there was an opportunity for them to run quick double and took it. Last 2 overs of the first innings remain. The score is 116 for the loss of 3 wickets. The match beautifully poised at this moment. Both teams in with a fair chance. Again, full delivery on the stumps, driven down to the long on fielder for another single. Boundaries and sixes is what the batsmen need at this moment. We are in the last 2 overs of the first innings. Singles, although they are necessary and good, but they're not the need of the hour right now. They need some big shots to get this total round about 150. Because anything below that will be below par. Edged down to the third man fence, runs away for a boundary. The batsman looking for an expansive drive down the ground. Top edges it, and it goes to the third man fielder where there is no man on the fence. So a lucky boundary for the batsman, but he will take whatever he can get his hands on at the moment. Another full length delivery driven straight down the ground. It was an opportunity for the fielder, but the fielder drops it, but recovers well to save the boundary. Just a single to the fielder, but the fielder drops the catch. Lucky break for the batsman. Again driven down the ground. Another boundary in this over. Second boundary of the over. This was again on a full length. The bowlers are going for that block hole, trying to get the Yorkers in. Again punched off the back foot to the long on fielder. Single taken. So this is good batting by the batting side. They've gotten a couple of boundaries in this over. The run rate is picking up yet again. Last 2 overs remain. Straight to. So in a bid to up the ante, he drives it straight down the throat of the long on fielder. 4th wicket to fall for the SD Cricket Growth Academy team. 127 runs on the board at the end of the 19th over. 4 wickets have been lost by the SD Cricket Growth Academy players. Last over, last 6 balls of their batting innings. SY Cricket Academy's sole goal will be to leak as least amount of runs as they can. Last over being bowled by the left arm offie. Full delivery straight down the ground. Batsman will be looking for 2. They go for it. It'll be risky, but the ball has been dropped by the bowler. The bowler did not collect the ball cleanly before hitting the stumps, and so the run out does not count. This is what the batsmen are trying to do, put the bowlers and the fielders under pressure so that they make a mistake and they can sneak a few runs here and there. Very good, intelligent batting. Straight down the ground, inside out for 6. Perhaps the most beautiful shot in the game. Very easy on the eye, but it is the toughest one to execute in the book. But he made it look so very easy. Big last over. The call to give it to a spinner might just backfire on the captain. Again, driven down to the fine leg fielder. It's been cut off. Another double conceded. Very good running this by the batsman. Strong finish to the last over. Double followed by a 6, and now another double. So 10 runs are already being conceded off the first 3 balls of the last over. 3 more remain. Dances down the wicket, punches it down to the long on fielder, will go for another double and makes it. 12 runs scored off the first 4 deliveries of the last over. Very good batting this. Very good running between the wickets. Putting the pressure on the long on fielder. Driven down to the cover fielder for another single. So, last ball of the first innings. What does the batsman manage to pull off here? Will be looking to dance down the wicket. No. Dot ball. Given by the umpire. Last ball wicket for the SY Cricket Academy. It was a quicker ball through the offside. The batsman decided to stay back on his feet and drive through the line, but misses the ball altogether. His feet move from the crease and the wicket keeper does the rest. 5th wicket to fall of the last delivery of the first innings. After winning the toss, SY Cricket Academy decided to field, putting SD Cricket Growth Academy into bat first, and at the end of 20 overs, the SD Cricket Growth Academy have managed to score 140 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. So, 20 overs have been completed here in match number 10 of day 3 of the CricFit Premier League. The SD Cricket Growth Academy, having been asked to bat after losing the toss, score 140 runs at the end of their 20 overs for the loss of 5 wickets. When the SY Cricket Academy come out to bat again, their target will be 141 for the loss of 141 will be their target when they come out to bat. I will now throw this to Shrishti and Arohi, who have been talking to parents and players all around the ground, and we'll have those interviews for you in a moment. I will be back joining you for the start of action in the second innings.
Hello and welcome back to CricFit Premier League. So we have Dhruv Shetty's uncle with us, Rohit Shetty. So let's go and ask few interesting questions. Sir, so from how long is your nephew playing in cricket?
He's playing since the age of 8.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's played under 10, under 12, under 14 also. Now he's playing under 16.
So what kind of practice does he goes through for the leagues and like for the pre-match thing?
He's going for coaching and all. He's basically a bowler, fast bowler. So he goes to coaching to two coaches on Saturdays, Sundays and all. And he plays matches wherever it is. So match practice, he gets a lot of match practice like.
Okay. Who is his role model?
I think Hardik Pandya,
Okay.
because he is a batsman also, so he's a bit of an all-rounder like. So
Oh, that's great. And what do you think about the league? Like, what do you have to say about the CricFit Premier League?
it's fantastic. The arrangement and what do you call? Players are getting this they have chance to play and all, and the live commentary and all is good, very good.
Okay. So for the next season, how eager are you for bringing him again and for making him play in the league?
I'm very eager. I watch all his matches. I stay nearby, so I come and watch the matches and all.
That's great. Please bring your kids next time as well for the CricFit Premier League.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
start of the second innings. The target is 141 for the SY Cricket Academy to chase down to win this game. The players are out on the field. The batsmen are taking guard. The bowlers is marking his run up. Just had a look at the pitch after the first innings. It was a very interesting read because there's not a lot of grass cover on it, so it'll be interesting to see how the spinners go about their bowling on this wicket, because there are a few cracks developing. There are areas where the spinners can bowl to exploit the batsmen. Let's see if they are able to do that. That will be the big question. Ball number 1 of the first over of the response from the SY Cricket Academy. Big opening 6 over for the chasing side. They will want to set the tone of the match by batting well in this first 6 overs. Here we go. Fast delivery on the pads. Batsman reaction time was quite slow. Very good delivery this by Danish Chowdhury to start off the defense of 140. Fast delivery on the off stump. Batsman wrapped on the pads. Cannot do much about it. First wicket down. Very good start for the SY Cricket Academy bowlers. They needed to pick up a wicket immediately with the new ball, and Danish does seem to have quite a lot of pace. The batsmen are late in reacting to the delivery. They're not getting the pace of the ball, and the first wicket has fallen. Not the start SY Cricket Academy were looking for. They would have wanted to keep all their wickets intact, especially in the power play over, so that they can get as many runs as possible in their pursuit of 140 runs. Danish wreaking havoc at the moment with his pace. The batsmen seem to be reacting just a little late because they're not used to the quick pace deliveries of the bowler. Lost the first wicket in the first over, not the start that they were after. Another wicket falls. Carnage for side in their pursuit of 141 runs. This is not the start they were looking for from any stretch of the imagination. 2 wickets falling in the opening over. A run out of all things. We need to be more careful with this. We've already lost a couple of wickets now. Any more in the opening phase of this game, and they've not scored any runs yet. That is the bigger problem that they'll have. No runs scored, 2 wickets lost, chasing a target of 141. What seemed like to be a game that they were in control of now seems like they're losing sight of now. Losing 2 wickets as early as the first over. Right, chasing a target is never easy, especially in the power play phase of the game. Big blow for the batting side. Not what they were after here. Start of still in the first over of the game. Two wickets lost for the batting side. Seem to have lost their way a little. Now their objective should be to garner the strike, score a few singles, hit a few boundaries, keep the scoreboard moving. Again, a very good delivery by Danish. Danish's pace is up. First over ends up to be the maiden over. Very good side, very good start by the bowling side. Would have wanted, they would have wanted to pick up a few quick wickets at the start of the innings. And they have done that. They've taken a couple to start off. Two batsmen on the crease. Then second over of the game. Good start by Danish in the first over, taking 2 quick wickets, conceding just the single. 140 more runs required in 19 overs. Good delivery outside off let. alone by the batter. Shot delivery outside off, punched straight to the cover field. The batsman just getting a feel for the ball. That feeling of the ball hitting the bat is the feeling unparalleled for any batsman, however great the batsman might be. Especially when he's starting off his innings, they need to feel a few balls on the bat before they can get underway. On leg stump, flicked away down to the fine leg fielder for a quick double. Chasing a target about 100 more than run a ball is never straightforward. Just one of those targets that you're not quite sure of how you go about it. You do not want to go too hard at the start of your innings because of the fear of losing a few wickets, which is exactly what has happened with the batting side. Lost a couple of too early wickets, not something that they would have wanted. Now they need to rebuild. Good ball on stumps, defended fielder, no run conceded. Rebuilding job on for them now. Good delivery outside off. Forcing the batsman to cut the ball. It was close to the body. With 2 overs completed. We're into the third over of the match. Plugging with the wickets. That's what the need of the hour for the team batting is. Boundary was spiked for the batting side. They needed that boundary after the start that they've had. Needed the boundary to ease the pressure of the batsman at the crease. Chasing any target is not a simple job. Have a quick look at the replay. Full delivery outside the off stump, enticing the batsman to drive the ball. Drives it through the covers for boundary. Played straight to the mid wicket fielder for a quick single. Tries to cut the delivery. Ball goes under the bat. And conceded another dot ball. solid start for the bowling side. End of the third over. Rebuilding job going on for the batting side. Third wicket to fall. Now this is just bringing the back off the chase. 3 wickets inside the power play, just 11 runs on the board. Mountain to climb now for the batting side. This was a good delivery. Coming back into the batsman, sneaks in through between bat and pad. Exactly what you look for as a new ball bowler. We're in the fourth over rather, of second innings of the game. The chase is on, but unfortunately the chase has fallen flat on its face. There are two slips in position now. This is very exciting bowling, very exciting cricket to watch. 3 wickets have fallen. Batsmen are under pressure. The bowling side are on top with their tails up. They are running in furiously, trying to get yet another wicket. Trying to put the pressure on the batsmen. They're already under a mountain of pressure. 3 wickets falling is not a mean feat to recover from. going to be an easy job. Chasing anything above run a ball is tough. Right delivery outside off stump, left alone by the batter, and conceded by the bowler. Especially given the fact that these guys have picked up so many wickets in the opening spell, they would not want to concede these extras just to give them that let off. Want to keep the heat on. Good delivery on a good length, defended by the batter, straight to the cover fielder. Driven down the ground. Straight to the fielder's hands. Not a lot happening for the batting side. In the fourth over, only 13 runs have been scored. Trying to cut the ball. Right delivery outside off. There's not a lot of swing on offer, especially now that the first 3 overs have passed. Very tight bowling this. The bowling in the corridor of uncertainty. Batsmen after losing 3 wickets are not sure whether they should drive at such deliveries. Normally you would, once if you are opening innings, you would want to drive at such deliveries to score as many runs as you can, especially in the power play overs. But now that the situation that they are in, with losing these many wickets and having to chase down a target that keeps looking bigger and bigger as the balls and overs tick by, the approach of the batsman will be different to what it was at the start. They will be in a defensive mindset. They will be in a defensive mindset. They would want to quickly get out of this mess that they are in. 3 wickets down, 4 overs completed, just 13 runs scored, run rate of just about 3 runs per over. Not the ideal start that they would have wanted. Oh, again, asking the batsman to come forward to play the drive. Not a lot of feet movement by the batter. Just tries to nudge away at the ball and misses the ball completely. Again on the stumps, this time defended to the short cover fielder. Dead ball called by the umpire. Over number 5, 15 runs on the board, 3 wickets down. Malhar Mane and Keyur Trivedi batting. Danish Chaudhary with the ball in hand, trying to drive home the advantage for his team. Yorker ball outside off. Batsman tries to dig it out of the ground, but results in a dot ball. End of yet another over. 5 overs completed. 15 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. The run rate is just 3 runs per over. When you're chasing a target of 140, you need to at least be run a ball. And 26 runs required from their last 15 overs. It's a big task for any batting side to chase that amount of runs, that many runs in the last. Sixth over, last over of the power play. Crucial over this for the batting side. Now, SD Cricket Growth Academy has scored 140 runs, and SY Cricket Academy chasing 141, 3 wickets down for 15. What does the batsman think they should do? At the moment, they're adjusting with survival. Runs are hard to come by. Bowling is tight. Bowling in the corridor of uncertainty. Trying to get another wicket to put the pressure on the batting side. As it is under a mountain of pressure. Again, a wide delivery outside off stump. Batsman tries to cut it through point. Does not connect. Keyur Trivedi on strike. Played through down third man, and third man fielder misses it, and it runs away down to the boundary. Much needed for the batting side. That's why Cricket Academy needed those runs just to get the tempo going of the match again. They lost their way a bit after losing those early 3 wickets. Short delivery outside of. Batsman lets it go for a dot ball. Oh, chipped into the air, no fielder on the shot. Dixon will take 20 runs on the board. Last ball of the power play. After that, scoring might just become even more tougher. Wrapped on the pads, but there was big inside edge. Noise was heard as far as the commentary box, End of the power play overs. 6 overs completed. 20 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Very slow start for the batting side. Beautiful shot. Over extra cover for the first maximum. So the rebuild job is coming alive all of a sudden. After losing those early 3 wickets, this partnership is slowly starting to develop. Now one of the batsmen has decided that to make this chase work, they will need to put metal on the pedal. Keyur Trivedi, first 6 of his innings, batting on 23 of 19 deliveries. Malhar Mane will have to up his strike rate a little just to keep up with the asking rate. Just under 12 overs remaining and 101 runs still required. Full delivery on the stumps. Driven straight back to the bowler. No run conceded. In the 9th over of the game, 40 for the loss of 3 wickets. This is the score card right now. Still 101 runs required. Short delivery punched off the back foot into the gap. Should be just another single and is. Punched off the back foot, should be in the gap, should be a couple of runs. Yes, they do come back for the second. So now this is good proactive batting by the batsman. Built a partnership. Now started to recover slowly but steadily. Delivery outside of the stump. End of the 9th over, SY Cricket Academy scored 43 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Now need 98 runs in 66 balls. Still very much gettable. 8.9 is the required run rate. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination. Still within grasp of the batting side. They just need to keep plugging away at singles and doubles, mix it up with the odd boundary of the bat delivery so that they remain in the hunt come the end of the last 5 overs of the innings. Vipin Sharma into the attack, starts off with good delivery, dot ball. Dot ball, yet another dot ball. Oh, that's a wicket, big wicket. Big wicket for Bipin Sharma. Very, very important breakthrough. This partnership was threatening, looking to take the batting side closer to the score, closer to the target that was required. Unfortunately, a big wicket has fallen. Yet another, as and when they look like they're coming back into the game, something happens and they just lose touch all over again. Big loss for the batting side. This was looking a threatening partnership. This was looking like it could do something good for the side. The SD Cricket Growth Academy have now come back into this match, picking up their 4th wicket of the innings. And now in a huddle discussing what to do next. Down the leg side for a wide. Not how you want to start your bowling to a new batsman. You want to immediately get your line right. This is a left-handed batsman, so the line and length will automatically change because the angle changes. Tries to punch it off the back foot, but to no avail. Again, a wide delivery. Bowler has just lost his mind a little. It's not the new style of batsman who has come in. He's southpaw. Southpaws are generally very difficult to bowl to. They're very easy on the eye when it comes to batting. Just a single conceded. Big moment in the match this. Last delivery of the 10th over. 49 for the loss of 4 wickets. Need to up the tempo a little bit. Get the scoreboard moving along. Driven straight down the ground, straight to the fielder. No run conceded. At the end of 10 overs, score is 49 for the loss of 4 wickets. Good attempt by the fielder to grab hold of that ball. That certainly would have been curtains if that wicket had fallen. Big respite for batting side. Not losing a wicket at this moment is of paramount importance. Still need 91 runs in under 10 overs, 53 balls remaining, 91 runs to get. It's a healthy ask, it's a steady ask, it's an uphill task for the batting side. Chasing that many runs in such a short period of time is never straightforward. Again, punched off the back foot straight to the long on fielder. Only a single taken. Third ball of the 10th over. Fast delivery outside of the batsman, tries to drive through the line. This is the ball completely a dot ball. That's why academy batsmen keep batting the way they are. Does not look very promising to them. We need a couple of big overs, somewhere around 10 to 15 runs an over. Punched off the back foot straight to the cover fielder. The fielding by the Star Gold Academy. Fielding effort by the ASD Growth Academy has been top notch. They've been diving around after every ball, making the batsman run and value each and every run they need. Every run they're being made to work for. Yet another wicket falls. If yet another wicket falls here, that will certainly be curtains for the innings. And that's what their aim will be, to get that all elusive next wicket. Short ball on the body, defended down to long on for another single. The end of 11 overs, the score is 54 for the loss of 4 wickets. Big 4 wickets lost. Just only 54 runs on the board. Nine overs remain. Next ball of the over. Southpaw on strike against the right arm offie. Aryan Patni on his bowling mark. Punched off the back foot through the covers. There is a fielder on the boundary to save the boundary. Just a single conceded. Cuts it off just in the nick of time. That's why Cricket Academy are going nowhere right now. Asking rate keeps creeping. Will reach 10 runs an over in no time. Scoring 10 runs an over will be a very big ask. for any batting pair. Dances down the wicket, hits it over the top of the cover fielder. There is protection in the deep. Cut it off, throw it back to the bowler, just single conceded. Defended off the back foot. No run conceded. Again driven through the covers. There will be protection back at the boundary. Ball juggles a little because of the uneven surface, the uneven outfield, but the fielder manages to get his body behind the ball just to save it, just to prevent it from going to the fence. Short ball, tries to cut it through point, but this is the ball all together. Eight runs on the board, 4 wickets down. We need 83 runs from the 48 balls remaining, and the required rate has now jumped over 10 runs in over. 10.38 is exactly the amount of the runs they need per over to achieve this target. With just 6 wickets in hand, it's a big ask. It's a big ask of any batting lineup in a T20 game after losing 4 quick wickets to chase that many runs. Short delivery, played fine between third man and Gully, running away down to the fence for a much needed boundary. They need to keep these boundaries coming if they want to have any chance of chasing this total down. Couple of boundaries per over is what the need of the hour for this team is. Singles are not going to get them home anymore. They need some big overs. Couple of 15-20 run overs will get them back into contention to win this game. So just good shot, dancing down the wicket, but it's beaten the man at long off. Might just trickle away, not sure what the umpire has decided. The fielder says he saves it inside. Oh no, the umpire does give it a boundary. I think the fielder just informed the umpire that the ball had crossed the fence. Good sportsman spirit shown there by the long off fielder. Second boundary of the over. Yes, this is the kind of over they needed. Kayur Trivedi, 38 of 32 balls. Top edge. No fielder at short cover. So falls in no man's land. They are again saved. Kayur Trivedi batting really well. 5 fours and 1 6 to his name. 39 runs on the board of 53 deliveries. He's playing class knock right now. Swing and a miss. Quick ball outside off stump. Abhay Patel faced 9 deliveries, scored only 5 runs. He also needs to up the ante. Top edge, and it goes flying down to the third man fence. Academy team. This was an unfortunate wicket, a soft dismissal, if you will. Full delivery outside of the batsman tries to drive it through the covers, gets leading edge, flies down to the third man fence, and the catch is taken. Fifth wicket to fall. Big blow again for the SY Cricket Academy. Every time they seem to have gotten a partnership going, another wicket falls. New batsman on the crease. SY Cricket Academy have just not gotten going this innings. Struggled since the first over of the game. Driven down, there's a bit of confusion, but the fielder's misfield allows the batsman to come back. Buys and for extras. These extras are not going to help the bowling side who are looking to defend a total, looking to not leak extra runs for the batting side to milk on. They're in the 14th over of the innings, 71 runs on the board. Not going to give an inch extra, 70 more runs required in the last 6. 13.3 overs bowled, 72 runs on the board for the loss of 5 wickets. Keyur Trivedi, the last hope for the SY Cricket Academy, is on strike and is at the crease. Oh, dances down the wicket, top edge, and it has gone straight to the gully fielder. Now, big blow for the SY Cricket Academy. Keyur Trivedi, their biggest hope of this match, has just perished trying to up the ante, trying to up the scoring rate. He has fallen prey. Big blow for the batting side. big wicket. Now with that blow, SY Cricket Academy are 6 wickets down. They have no recognized pair out there in the center. They have no partnership going. They've just kept losing wickets at regular intervals, which is just costing them the game. New batsman coming out to bat. The problem for him will be he will have no time to settle down into a rhythm or into a batting persona. He has to go from the off if the SY Cricket Academy want to have any chance of chasing this total down. The SD Cricket Growth Academy done really well thus far in this innings. Picked up wickets at regular intervals, not giving an inch to the batting side. Short delivery on the pads, punched away down to long on for another single. These singles might not help them in the long run come the end of the inning. 73 for 6 at the end of 14 overs. 6 overs remain. 68 more runs to get in 6 overs. The run rate required is just under 11 now. Big ask for the batters to complete and compile this next phase of the match to get to the target. Runs to get. Over of the game about to begin. Tough ask for this one to bat. Bowling side have had their tail up ever since the start of the match. The first over of the game gave them 2 quick wickets, and that just derailed the SY Cricket Academy's response to the first innings cheers. Full delivery, Yorker and confusion, slight confusion between the batsmen, but they eventually make it through. Skipper of the SY Cricket Academy, Zen Sheikh, is on strike. 14.3 overs bowled. It's his job now to help his team out, to take them closer to the target. Will he be able to do it? Punches it off the back foot straight to the long on fielder. Another single. 76 for the loss of 6 wickets, 14.4 overs bowled. Couple of deliveries remaining in this over. Again, not runs being scored, but but nowhere close to the required rate. Live straight to the fielder on the boundary for a single. Over completed, 77 for the loss of 6 wickets. This match is heading only in one direction, and that is the direction of the SD Cricket Growth Academy. They need to defend 64 runs and 50 deliveries, almost more than double of the balls that they have in hand. Short delivery. Of 16th over, Leggy comes into the attack. Be his job to just choke the batsman, bowl some attacking lines, and see if he can run through the tail of this lineup. 6 wickets down, just 4 more required. Loopy delivery punched off the front foot straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. The leg side field has been packed. That is generally the case with all leg spinners. They do not want to give an inch to any of the batsmen. Who wants to go in the 16th over? Big appeal by the keeper, but umpire is not interested. It seemed close to the bat. the way to fine leg fielder. Much needed boundary for the SY Cricket Academy. Now, if they have any chance, or if they want to have any chance to chase this ball down, they will have to make this a very big over. 3 deliveries remain in this particular over. They've scored 1 boundary, need to at least score 2 more of the remaining 3 deliveries of this over, just to give them a chance going into the last 3 overs of the match. 16.3 overs bowled, 93 for the loss of 6 wickets. Still require 48 runs for victory. Punches it off the back foot. The running between the wickets need to also improve. There was a clear opportunity for the second. They should be wanting to put the pressure on the fielder, especially in such kind of a situation where the required run rate is way above 13 runs per over. Every ball, every single run counts in such situations. Dot ball, gold dust. End of 17th over, 95 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Pretty much sums up what their innings has been so far. 46 runs required of the last 18 deliveries. Last 3 runs, last 3 overs of the match remaining. Big 3 overs of the game remaining. Five runs scored for the loss of 6 wickets. 3 overs remain. 46 runs required. 18 deliveries, and starts off with a dot ball. Gold dust, very crucial, very important, very big. Match seems to be going the way of the SG Cricket Club Academy. The SY Cricket Academy have pretty much seen out of it. That was a clear chance of a run out, but the bowler jumbles the ball up. The stumps were right there in front of him, but he misses it from point blank range. Not something you would expect to see this day and age of outstanding fielding levels that have been set in international cricket. Shot delivery, cut away straight to the gully fielder. Seems to be a little bit of confusion. Non-striker said no. The striker wanted the single, but ended up being no harm done. Last 3 balls remaining of the 18th over. Edged and will go between gully and third man for a boundary. Arpit Dharve and Hussain Sheikh at the crease, trying to get the runs required for the SY Cricket Academy. Punched off the back foot in the gap between mid-wicket and long on, but there will only be a single on off because the timing wasn't very good. Ball could not reach the boundary, could not challenge the two fielders at the end of 18 overs. 102 for the loss of 6 wickets. Still require 39 runs of the last 2 overs. Need 2 overs of 20 runs each almost. Big ask for any batsman to deliver that kind of runs in the last 2 overs. 39 runs in 12 balls is a miracle waiting to be happen. Last 2 overs remain. 102 for the loss of 6 wickets. Second last over of the game. Match seems to have been wrapped up. Oh, good shot. Right over the head of the short mid wicket fielder. Good start to the over. Couple of runs. Oh, though. 2 runs ran. Second ball of the over. Bowled him. That's the timber. Now the SG Cricket Growth Academy wanting to finish off the game in a hurry. Arpit Dharve, 18 runs off 14 deliveries, perishes. Big wicket for the SG Cricket Growth Academy. They already had the match in the bag. Just an insurance wicket, just to make sure there are no further surprises towards the end of the match. New batsman on the crease is Asha Shukla. Dead ball signaled by the umpire. Bowler ran in to bowl. Is this mark? Goes back to the run up. Short ball flicked off the hips down to the fine leg fielder for yet another boundary. Good intent being shown despite being in the second last over of the game. You know that you are almost there at the losing gate, but you still show that intent is a very positive sign to have. falls for the SY Cricket Academy. 19 overs completed, 111 for 8. That should be the final nail in the coffin. At the end of 19 overs, the SY Cricket Academy scored 111 and for the loss of 8 wickets. 30 runs required of the final 6 deliveries. Only a miracle can save them now. Last over of the match, 30 runs required. Last over of the innings. Runs required, a spinner to bowl the last over of the match. In the air, and the 9th wicket falls for the Academy. Last man will now be in. He's already walking through the crease. Last batsman in, last pair in. They would ideally want to avoid getting bowled out because it's a league tournament and you do not want to hamper your net run rate. You also do not want to face the humiliation of being bowled out in a T20 game, especially when your target was only 141 runs. Dances down the wicket, hits it through to the fine leg fence for a boundary. Good start by the batsman. Last 4 balls remaining in the match. 115 runs for the loss of 9 wickets. Again driven down, straight to the ground, straight to the man at long on. Single taken. The batsman who's come in for the last wicket has looked solid so far. He's hit a couple of very good shots, but has not managed to score many runs off it. Bowled. That is the end of the innings. So the SD Cricket Academy have been bowled out for 116 runs. The match has been completed. The SD Cricket Academy have now lost. The entire innings has folded for 116 runs on the board. They have lost by 25 runs. Players walk out to the center to shake hands and congratulate the winning side. SD Cricket Growth Academy win the match by 25 runs and that brings us to the conclusion of the first game on day 3 of the CricFit Premier League. That we will join you in a few moments with the post-match presentation. Until then, thank you and goodbye.